All right. So have you guys ever donated plasma before? Blood, anything like that?
I don't like needles.
Neither do I.
I'm afraid of needles.
Promise
as well.
you. I'm deathly terrified. I've had a gun pointed at me, nothing. But a needle, I'll scream. Please don't.
You said you had a gun pointed at you?
Yes. I don't know if it was a threatening manner. It was pointed at me, which I
I
guess
remember that,
technically it is always a threatening manner, but I don't think I was in fear of my life, really.
And you did wake up with a bullet above your head.
That did happen. Yeah, I did get shot at. But, yeah, needles are just so unfriendly to me. And you want to know what's more unfriendly to me? People that don't know how to do their job. I love that. I love it. So when I go to this place to donate, you need to bring an ID. Obviously, that's a given.
Yeah.
You also need to bring a name of or like a proof of address.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. So before I become a Karen about this real quick,
Rookie mistake.
I am in the wrong. You do need to. If you go on the website, it specifically says that. However, I pull out my ID, and I'm like, oh, my address is on the ID. And the girl goes, sorry, well, we need it in physical paper. I'm like on the ID right there. It says, right, my government-issued state ID. That doesn't work. And they're like, okay. So I come back. I'm like texting my friend because I'm like, dude, what the heck? You didn't tell me I had to do that. And he goes, the ID usually works for everybody else. What do you mean? I'm like, what? Okay, so first of all, I went home angry because I'm like, dude, I woke up early for this 20-minute drive, and are you kidding me? I have to come back. And
60s father, yeah.
So an hour later goes by. I come back. This time I have mail and then a pay stub just to show that. So first of all, new girl at the receptionist. I give her the mail. Doesn't work. She's like, no, I can't take this. I'm like, okay. I was like, I'm getting ready to get real pissed off here in a minute.
Did she explain why she couldn't take that?
No, she was like, oh, yeah, that doesn't count. And I'm like, okay. Well, I have my pay stub. Don't worry. It's okay. And then, it's like the scene in American Psycho, like I said. It was, hey, we don't take these here anymore. And I'm just like, not going to repeat the scene, but those who know. So she takes my pay stub, and she's just like, oh, I don't know if this is the right. Oh, dude, I got pissed. I, crossed my arms, and I, sighed, and I, give her this look. And I'm just like, that doesn't work? And she's like, well, I can go, let me go double check with my manager. I'm like, yeah, you should do that. I was like, that's a good idea. And then so she leaves.
Dad.
So then she leaves, comes back, and she goes, yeah, we can take that. And then she takes my ID. I might curse a little, okay? First thing, so she takes my ID and goes, oh, your address is on your ID. I was like, oh, I was like, okay. It's on my ID. So the first girl, you know what she said? Because I didn't know what to bring because I didn't have anything. She recommended, she's like, oh, yeah, we need proof of the address. An Amazon package.
What? She said that?
Amazon package. Or a utility bill, which I'm like, okay, utility bill, I can understand that. But you say that as if I carry that on my person, at all times. She's like, oh, yeah, let me just pull out my Amazon box. Yeah, does this work? And then I brought mail on top of that, so it didn't work. So if I would have drove home and came back to the place with an Amazon package, all for them to just be like, what the hell are you doing with this? This doesn't work. I'd have been mad as hell, Amazon package, but the mail doesn't work. The state-issued government ID, nope, can't do that. But Amazon package, that works.
She didn't say, your car registration or anything?
You can, but technically, I haven't fixed that yet. My car is still registered under my dad.
So it's your fault, okay.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's some of it's my fault, but at the same time, for my friend to go, you should be able to use your ID, and then the second receptionist lady going, oh, hey, your address is on your ID. And I'm like, oh my God, it's crazy. It's almost like they do that on all of them. But, so that was the start of it. And it took so long to finally get there. And then I'm talking to this new guy. I'm like, yeah, dude, I had to get proof of address. And he goes, oh, it's not on your ID? Oh my God, dude, I was getting ready to flip the table. I was like, it is on my ID. And he goes, and she didn't take that? And I was like, I'm just like, are you kidding me right now? At this point, we're 4 hours in. So I'm like, oh my good God. I'm like, okay, whatever, we're past it. They take so when I went home originally, I get hungry when I'm angry as hell. So I know people stress eat, but it's when I'm angry, I eat. Oh. And I'm just I have a frown on my face the whole day. I'm like a Scrooge when I'm eating. And so I ate some pretty bad food, which is, I guess, against the law when it comes to donating plasma.
Oh my God.
So he takes a little, the finger prick, and then he spins it to see, okay, because if you have too much fat in your blood, they can't take it. So it's they do that, and he's looking at it, and he goes, oh, he's like, I think there's a certain word for it. He's like, I think this is happening. You might not be able to donate today. I'm like, oh, no. I did not go through all of this. I didn't make it this far to be like, nah, you up at the finish line, dude. Call me Baltimore. But so he messes with it a few times. And he's like, oh, I think the vial actually might just be messed up. And I'm like, oh, of course it is. Of course it is. You should have looked on my ID. Maybe the vial would have been on the ID there. But so he goes to another. He gets a second opinion. We're all good to go. We go to my doctor, and she's like, "Oh yeah, you got flagged for a few questions." And I'm like, "Oh my god, of course." Everything's all said and done because I know this is going on forever. I get injected with the needle to do the plasma. Worst pain in my entire career as a human being. I'm gonna keep it real. I've dropped like
I'm gonna start saying that now. That's funny.
I've dropped like hundreds of pounds on myself while lifting and stuff. I would rather do that over and over again.
The plasma was that bad?
It was so I'm just being a about it, but it was mildly uncomfortable. It was mildly uncomfortable. The finger prick, worst pain in my life. I will not exaggerate that one. That one sucked. But sitting there with the needle, it was super uncomfortable. But everything's all said and done. I walked in there initially, like 10, 15. I didn't leave after donating until like 6.
That's a
Whole
full-time
day
job,
doing
bro.
that. And I was told the whole time, oh yeah, this will only take like 3 hours. Yeah, so that was fun.
Wait, so that doesn't count like your back and forth?
Huh?
Like your back and forth drive to like just try to...
Oh no, that's included. Yeah,
That is
that's
included? Okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
But on top of that, oh yeah, also driving for like a combined total of an hour.
all to be uncomfortable with the needle in your arm.
Yep, $100, worth it. Was it?
No.
I'll leave that up to you. You'll have to decide that one if you'd be willing to do that for $100.
$10
I
an hour?
wouldn't.
I'm gonna keep it real. The whole time I was thinking,
It's a waste
I'm
of
like-
my day.
I'm just thinking like, damn, I would rather get pepper sprayed to be honest than do this. I was like,
Yeah, that's 6 hours of inconvenience instead of like an hour of inconvenience.
Yeah.
And pain.
true. I was in pain for at least an hour because the donation thing did take like an hour.
Should have just sold like your feet pics or something.
For like several times more money too.
Chest pops.
Chest pops. I could probably. We should do a Fiverr account.
Pop your chest. People can see now.
Can they?
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on.
Oh.
But yeah, send me money and I'll just do it to the beat of any song of your choice.
That is a business idea. Let's.
I hope they pick a Slipknot song.
Oh my
That'd be
god!
hard to do.
Double kick
If you
drums.
if you guys want to see Gavin pop his chest to a beat of any song you want, let us know in the comments and we will start promoting that.
I'm actually going to
That's a-
buy the first song.
that's a
It's gonna be
great
a Dua
idea.
Lipa song.
We'll make it easy. $10 a song.
10.
Here, take my money now.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome. And with that being said, let's get into the show. And we're back. Welcome back to the White Noise Podcast. I'm Ethan, joined by Gavin.
Hey! Oh my God! Are you sure?
Yeah, I didn't
You
have
sure?
I didn't have a name, so you're Gavin today.
Whoa! Finally,
Gavin.
Oh my gosh, that's
Gavin with an I.
sure. Oh, yeah.
Gavin.
Gavin with a Y.
Gavin with a Y. And as always, Paul here sometimes.
There's always Paul here sometimes.
Paul behind the glass today. Jacob is at dinner with his mother-in-law.
Is that why?
Happy birthday. Yeah, it's her
Shout
birthday.
out Jacob's mother-in-law.
Shout out Lucy's mom.
Yep.
So we have some happenings for you because not a lot has happened actually.
Is there music playing in the background?
Yeah, there is. You can't hear it?
No.
Probably because it's turned down. Never mind.
Oh,
Just
okay.
kidding.
I didn't know if I had to control that.
No, I got
I
it.
already fumbled once today.
Yeah, it was
Like the Ravens.
once.
All right, happenings. So, The Last of Us TV show, television show, as you like to call it. So, The Last of Us co-creator calls the show the best, most authentic game adaptation.
That scares me so much. That scares me so much.
Video game movies and TV shows are notoriously awful. So for him to say that, excluding Sonic, of course, for him to say that, it scares you more than anything.
Despite them saying that, I'm still willing to bet money that they probably haven't played the game. You could probably be like, oh, do you know what Last of Us? Yeah, I know what it is. Oh, have you played it? No, I watched people play it. They're like, oh my god! Like, okay, yep, here we go.
Not that this will make it any more clear for me. Is it the first one, second one?
It's the first one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I haven't played
They
any
better
of it.
not make the second one into the show.
With the first one, the first episode runtime will be a total of 85 minutes.
Oof.
So an hour and 25
That
minutes.
is a movie.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Better be good.
I will not be watching.
I don't care for it, but I'm interested to see if that comment will hold up.
I'll probably watch it.
How's the cast? Because usually that's like a big deal breaker.
People are split with it.
Yeah,
Is
I was
it?
gonna say,
Yeah.
depends on who you ask.
I don't know what they look like.
It's very
or
split.
what they
It's
got.
Pedro Pascal plays Joel, which
That's,
is
the
the Mandalorian.
Mandalorian, Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
I do like him.
Yeah, he's
I
one
don't know
woman
how
too.
I don't know how they look. compared to
Pedro
The Last
Pascal.
of Us.
He looks good. Like
I
they
don't know
look-
how the characters in
Oh.
The Last of Us look, so I don't know
Oh, okay.
how accurate they are, but
And then
it's a good actor.
Iron Fist. So Finn Jones, who played Iron Fist in the Iron Fist TV show, he wants to return as Iron Fist and prove all those mother effers wrong.
Wrong
So-
about what?
Because
People are regarded as like
the
What?
worst.
the worst one.
Yeah.
I didn't think so.
Like out of all the Netflix Marvel shows and stuff, that show was the worst, and he was like the worst cast and all that.
Even
stuff.
more so than what was it, the Defenders or whatever?
The
What
Defenders?
was like the team up one?
That was Defenders. Yeah.
Defenders.
No, Defenders was better because
Was it?
it had Daredevil in it. So.
Oh, true. That's not fair. Come on.
But he said, I'd love another chance. There's something about the underdog. I love the underdog narrative. I love the ability to prove someone wrong, and I want to prove all those mother effers wrong. I know I have it in me, and I know I can give the Danny Rand performance that fans want, and I know is possible.
I didn't think it was that bad because of his performance.
It was... I didn't think so either until you compare it to the other performances from the main characters.
Oh,
Then it's pretty bad.
You're going up against John Berthal, though.
John Bernthal,
My boy.
Matt Murdock, Charlie Cox.
Saving Charlie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was interesting because all the talk about Daredevil Born Again, there's like, oh, well, like, they're going to bring back, there's rumors they're going to bring back Jessica Ritter as Jessica Jones. They're going to bring back Mike Coulter as Luke Cage, John Berthel as a Punisher.
Really?
But like,
They're not
no-
going to do the Punisher.
But like,
No way.
nobody's talking about bringing back Finn Jones. John Bernthal is, I think, the second best. Like Matt Murdock or Charlie Cox as Daredevil, and John Bernthal as Punisher.
Well, yeah, but I can't see
beautiful.
Disney. I can't see Disney doing a Punisher show. I can't.
Moon Knight.
Yeah, I know. And it was like, don't get me wrong, it was good.
But
But I feel
Punisher.
I never thought I would say. I hear myself saying this, but I feel like if Netflix had done it, it probably like back when they were doing Punisher and Daredevil,
Oh, it would
it
have
probably
been
would have been so much better.
100%.
It's crazy that you said this because recently on Instagram, like the little magnifying glass,
Yeah.
just showed me like a clip of the Punisher meeting Daredevil for the first time. So,
Mm-hmm.
made me kind of want to watch it. The
It's
interaction was pretty cool.
a good show. If you watch it, you just need to watch Daredevil and Punisher.
Really? It's in the first
So
season.
maybe Defenders, but that's what I did because I just don't want to miss any Daredevil content, but you don't have to. I mean, you kind of have to for season 3. But you can just watch a recap.
Okay.
Anyways, next up, speaking of Marvel, today, the day we're recording, December 28th, is Stan Lee's 100th birthday.
Wow.
Rest in peace, big guy.
Excelsior.
I remember he died November 12th, 2018.
Yeah.
So
was
our
rough.
senior year of high school. And
It's rough.
every day for a year and a half, I wore Marvel socks every day.
Oh
just
my
to
God.
pay my respect to him. And I had this red, like, Spider-Man rubber bracelet, this cheap one, that I wore too every day for, like, Stan Lee. And eventually it just got, like, really faded, and you couldn't even tell it was Spider-Man anymore. It was just this ugly red bracelet. Everyone hated it.
I could see why.
He was so devoted that he actually forced himself to like Spider-Man too.
Just kidding. But yeah, that was
kidding.
that was the old me.
You don't like Spider-Man anymore?
I like Spider-Man.
He doesn't like
I
Marvel
like
anymore.
I like Daredevil.
Can you still make
more
the
as a
noises?
character. The
That's pretty good.
Did you say? I remember I was talking about that in school, and you'd say you would practice in your room for just sitting there
I
doing.
might have
that.
just said that, but yeah, sure. Let's
do you
go
mean
with
you
that.
might have just
100%
said
he
that?
did. I'll ask
I was
Austin.
going to say, there's no way. You
Well, the
didn't.
thing was, when I first knew I could do it when I had braces, I was like, oh, that's really cool. And then I got my braces off, and I couldn't do it anymore. But then I learned how to adapt, you know? And then I got my braces back on, and it was perfect. And now my braces off again, and I can still do it. So.
I hate that this is a true story.
Just the,
Okay.
there you go.
You heard it. All right, Marvel. There you go.
See, I'm the sound effect guy.
There's your Foley artist
I'm-
right there. The new Spider-Man.
I hate that. Gosh. All right, let's switch gears to the NFL really quick. So I saw this cool post by ESPN where it says the quarterbacks currently in the NFC playoffs. So Jalen Hurts, second round pick. Kirk Cousins, fourth round pick. Brock Purdy, last pick in the draft. Tom Brady, sixth round pick. Dak Prescott, fourth round. Daniel Jones, number 6 overall. Taylor Heineke, undrafted. So it's the NFC playoffs. Those are the quarterbacks in it.
One first rounder.
AFC quarterbacks: Josh Allen, first round, 7th pick.
Yep.
Patrick Mahomes, first round, 10th. Joe Burrow, first overall. Ryan Tannehill, first round, 8th pick. Lamar Jackson, first round, 32nd pick.
Let's go.
Justin Herbert, first round, 6th pick. And then Tua, first round, 5th pick. So like all first round picks in the AFC versus not.
I mean, I really believe like if we really did the Pro Bowl with all players involved and it's a true like fight, like this is a football game, AFC would stomp every time. All the time. It'd be like a 40-0 game.
I think so too.
AFC would murder.
Maybe not as much, but I think
I don't think all the time, but definitely this year for sure.
I think at least the past few years.
Yeah, because I can't really think of an NFC quarterback that
just Aaron Rodgers in his
Even
prime, but that's it.
Even though the NFC, I think, has won the last 2 Super Bowls. But because you had the
Underdogs.
Rams, and then what was the year before that?
The Bucks
Yeah.
with an AFC
And
quarterback.
then the year before that,
yeah.
wasn't the year before that the Niners? Or was it the Chiefs?
I think the year before that was the
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Okay. The Niners win, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
But-
yeah.
that's funny.
Anyway,
I thought that was interesting
both teams
because
though stuck now, so.
The NFC doesn't have like a true contender. Like the Chiefs are always in it. That's like
the NFC.
yeah, like they don't have like a
Okay.
team that's just always like the Chiefs are going to be in the playoffs. You
I
already know
want
that.
so
Yeah.
much.
every single. It's like the Patriots when Brady was at the helm. But like the NFC, like the
And
East is
The NFC, it was always the Packers until this year.
Yeah.
true, but they never won, so they never like
Yeah,
they weren't scary like the Chiefs were. It's like okay, yeah, of course Packers can get it, but we'll knock them out.
so the AFC is better at building dynasties.
I'm trying to think who.
the
NFC was
Patriots, too.
Packers, yeah. Packers and Cowboys?
No,
Cowboys
Packers-
haven't been to
the NFC East
like the
is
Cowboys
none
are
of those
always-
teams have been consistent at all. The West, the Niners technically.
Niners, maybe the Rams, but
I wouldn't say Rams.
definitely the Cardinals. Not so.
No.
Definitely the Cardinals.
JJ
Nah.
Watt announced his retirement.
Rip.
I am super excited since we're talking about quarterbacks for the Josh Allen, Joe Burrow. I think
Oh, they're
that
playing this weekend, huh?
on Monday. I
Yeah.
think that's going to be a better rivalry than Joe Burrow versus Patrick Mahomes. Just because I feel like out of the three, Mahomes is like the good boy. Like he doesn't taunt, doesn't really do anything.
Yeah.
He's just good. And then like Allen has like some sass to him, like he'll taunt a little bit, and then Burrow's just the bad boy. So I feel like when you get
Joe
these,
Shiesty.
I feel
Joe
like when you
Shiesty.
get Josh Allen and Joe Burrow together, like they're going to be both like petty,
Yep.
and so I'm excited to see like how they go.
Joey B.
I'm excited to see the Jags. The Jags are going
and then
all the way.
and then he ruins the segment.
All the way,
Mention the
boys.
Jags,
All the way.
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence, shining. Amazing.
I can't watch Trevor Lawrence.
I
speak.
honestly believe
Do
no,
anything. He's not
He
free
like-
game.
All his pregame speeches like
the Jags are playing.
Go
I
out there
think,
and win.
who are the Jags?
Turns
playing?
around.
The
he
Jags
has
are
no
playing the
personality. He's
Texans.
an NPC.
Jags are playing Texans, and then Titans are playing Cowboys.
Yeah,
it's
tomorrow
like-
actually.
Yeah, I think Jags are going to win, and then the Titans are going to lose, and then the Jags just have to beat the Titans.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
That's the division though. The Titans lead the division at 7-7.
oh no,
Is it 7-7?
Jacksonville's winning. They're tied, but because Jacksonville beat them the first time, because Jacksonville beat them earlier,
Yeah.
they beat the tiebreaker because they hold the best division record.
Wow.
So right now, Jags are
Wait, so-
technically in a spot, but they
That's
haven't
so
clinched
weird.
it yet.
Wait,
That's a
so
crappy division.
Jacksonville just has to win?
Jacksonville just, I think the most they can lose this game, and the Titans can win against the
They
Cowboys.
just got to beat.
but they have to beat the Titans.
Yeah. Okay, so they control their own destiny.
I was doing like a thing that shows their chances, where it's like, unless every other game, the rest of the schedule for every other team works in their favor, if they don't beat the Titans, their chances go down to like 0.
Question: if the Titans beat the Cowboys,
Then the Jags have to win in order to keep them at division. Otherwise,
they have to win out, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
if that happens, then they have to win out.
So it depends. Okay, so whatever happens tomorrow determines Jacksonville's.
For the record, I've been with Jacksonville since Bortles. I think it was like the season before Bortles. But just clearing that up.
Unfortunately.
Clearing that up in case, when the Jags go and win the Super Bowl. Just putting that on there now.
When they go win
I don't
the
have
Super
faith
Bowl?
in my Ravens, but I know
You
for a
should have
fact
said
the
you should have
Jags-
said you were a Jags fan when Tom Coughlin was the head coach before he was in New York.
That's
I would have really believed.
you don't have any faith in the Ravens. You have more faith in the Jaguars to go.
The Jaguars beat the Ravens already. And I think if the Jags... Because the Ravens
But they got
clinched-
Tucker, bro.
Yeah, no, they have Tucker, but Tucker can't carry the team. He's a kicker. If he was the quarterback at that level...
Hey, do you remember when he was like, Tucker's the best football player in the world, like ever in the history of the game?
He is, but he can't...
He's like, but they can't carry the team. How does
he
the
can't
best
1v11, okay? He needs other people.
tell that to Aaron Rodgers?
And it's like, honestly, I think the Ravens
Aaron
have...
Rodgers is declining.
I think the Ravens have great players. The players want to win. They have the drive, but it's just the coach. Greg Roman.
On who?
That's the Ravens. Offensive coordinator.
Oh, I thought you were talking about John Harbaugh. I was like,
No, John
That's what I was
Harbaugh.
thinking too.
yeah.
I like John Harbaugh because he likes to engage the players. So it's like he likes to keep it interesting and make it fun, even if it makes me get wrinkles, but and pull my hair out. But
College coach.
yeah. But otherwise, I think the Ravens can do it. Their coaching staff's not going to do it. If they play how they've been playing, the Jags are going to stomp them when they play them.
And then here's like where like reality sets in. It's like no matter which one of those teams goes, they're gonna have to play the Bengals, the Bills, or the Chiefs.
Oh,
and then they're just getting bounced out.
I have no doubt in my mind that if the Jags go, if the Jags win their first round, they're going all the way. I know it. It doesn't matter. They could go and play every team in their home territory,
Which they will have to.
and they'll still win. They can go play. They can literally get
Jacksonville
the hardest.
in the snow.
Yep, they could go.
In Buffalo.
We have to go play Buffalo, and then after that, we got to go play the Chiefs, and then we got to play the Bengals.
Why does Buffalo want to play at home? That's just
I know.
awful.
I know.
Well, I think it's just because they're number one, aren't they?
Why would they want to in the snow?
Yeah, I'm
That's
torn.
the big snowstorm, like the biggest storm.
They're at least
ever.
they're more
51
adapted.
inches or
We're in
something?
Arizona, so we really don't know.
No,
so.
I'm torn between it because like Allen can play in it, but they don't like to throw. They like to do
Yeah.
running. And then if you look at like
they'll just play.
statistics,
They'll just play in Detroit then.
statistics, it's like no, it's even it just defeats the purpose of home field advantage.
They can't play in
know.
Jacksonville because there'll be more Bills fans.
The only
Can't
way
do
that
that.
it's cool is when they play like Miami or Jacksonville, like all these like sunny teams, and they get screwed over because they don't know what the cold is. But what they do is they end up just running, which kills the clock, and then puts the Bills defense at just stopping the run, which they're not that great at.
Nope.
It's a disadvantage.
But Jags going all the way. Should have put $3,000 on them when you did the Bills.
Dude, $3,000 on the Jags would have probably been like $50,000.
Now imagine if I put it on them winning the Super Bowl. Not only just to make it, but to win it. I'd be a cajillionaire. I'd literally own One Eyed Fit Studios.
Yeah,
I'd be the
you know,
sole proprietor.
Literally, if I would have put
I would purchase the whole board, everybody.
Okay, that costs like $6,000. So
Yeah, and I'd be able
it's
to
not
afford
that
it.
much.
And I'd be able to afford it.
A gajillion dollars.
I would literally corporatize
No, it's
Corporate
It's
ties?
funny how
the whole company.
this is your opinion about it right now with the Jaguars. Of like, oh, they're going all the way. Definitely, they're going to win it. Like,
Yeah, no, if not this
But
year,
when
next year.
when the Cardinals were 7-0 last season, you're like, no, they
Yeah, no.
suck. They're garbage.
And what happened?
And you were right.
My
So
prediction
I
was
guess-
correct. So I'm 1 for 1. I'm 1 for 0 prediction wise. No, 1 for 1.
I really hope the Jaguars go.
I do too. Can you imagine if it's like Jags and like the Eagles or like Jags and the Cowboys?
I don't
or
mean
some
I
stupid...
don't mean go to the Super Bowl. I mean I hope they go to the playoffs.
So do I, because then that means
I like
they
how
win.
he's making this big time shot and they're not even clinched to go to the playoffs yet.
The Ravens are, and I never had a doubt in my mind they would make it. Never had a doubt in
Well,
my
yeah,
mind the
because
Ravens
that
would make
division's
it.
trash. First of all, the Browns didn't have a quarterback for
That's
what,
cap. Last year they were
9 weeks.
Last year, literally,
Pittsburgh doesn't have a quarterback.
yeah, not true.
What do they have?
I don't even remember. Is it Trubisky?
Is it the Bengals? The only other team? Huh?
Yeah, Pittsburgh. No, it's Pickett.
Pickett, yeah.
Yeah, and then
Kenny
Browns just got
Pickens.
Pickett?
Watson back, right?
Yeah, they got him barely.
And then, well, it doesn't matter. They didn't need him to beat the Ravens, but
It's bad.
I have no. Without
a doubt in my mind.
doubt in my mind.
Without a doubt in my mind.
Ravens had it easy. Ravens
Without
had
a doubt in my mind, the Browns' backup quarterback.
It's like
could easily
Lamar.
beat the Ravens.
Lamar, take your time. Take your time. Come back well rested. We'll go. If the Jags don't go, then I have no doubt in my mind Ravens win.
Dang.
The Jags go.
Put money on it.
I don't know.
Put $100 on. Put $100 on both.
I don't know. I feel like
guarantee
it's gonna be,
you'll make
I feel
at
like it's
least
gonna be
$1,000.
flipped. I was so pissed off when the Jags beat the Ravens, But I feel like if it's in the playoffs and the Ravens knock the Jags out, I'm going to be even more pissed. I'll be like, damn it. I'm like, this is their year.
You were pissed.
It's like the Jags won. Ravens lost.
And that's football.
Yeah,
That
so
was a long.
let's get into the movie review then.
Oh, okay.
All right, so what were we watching this week, Gavy Wavy?
We were watching Pacific Rim, one of my favorite movies of all time.
Glad it's one of ours.
Huh?
Nothing.
You like it too?
So Pacific Rim, what'd you think?
What do you think first? While I take a drink out of a very inconspicuous bottle.
I can.
You're so dumb. All right, so I know you like this movie, and it's a movie that you have been wanting me to watch, and you made a big deal about it last week. With me and Jacob not seeing it.
Movie's amazing. Love it.
This movie was very underwhelming. Even the fights, maybe it's because it was from 2013, so it I saw this in Godzilla vs. Kong. I saw this.
Look at his
in
face.
Kong Skull Island. It was very underwhelming. I liked the concept, I liked it all, but it was the writing wasn't very good, and it's just. It was a guilty pleasure movie though. It was it was a popcorn movie. I could still watch it, eat some popcorn or whatever.
Okay.
But wasn't. I think you hyped it up too much for me.
Well, everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
I'd rather watch any of the Transformers movies.
Well, okay. Like I said, everyone's
Any
entitled
of them.
Everyone's
'cause
entitled
Megan Fox is in them.
to their own,
Even the ones without Megan Fox.
Opinions.
I'll watch those ones.
even if their opinions are wrong and dumb. But
I'm just
I have to acknowledge that. First of all, the effects were amazing, especially for the time. Even today, still better than She-Hulk. But
That's not a high bar.
but almost 10 years earlier.
Yeah.
But anyway, not to beat a dead horse, but the fight scenes were cool as hell. What do you mean?
Fight scenes were all right.
I mean, I get it. Yeah, the writing was bad, and in fact, some of the acting towards the end was also kind of
Well,
the ending was rushed.
The acting throughout the movie is pretty
the
bad.
acting throughout the movie was pretty bad.
I didn't think it was bad.
What was it?
Man,
I'm a Charlie Hunnam fan.
Yeah.
This wasn't Charlie Hunnam's best outing at all.
His one-liners is just it was just the way he.
You could have put any jock actor in that role.
Oh.
He didn't bring anything to it, and I love Charlie Hunnam.
That was actually my first time seeing him act, and I already knew about Sons of Anarchy, and I wanted to watch it, but then I saw that and I was like, I don't know if he's the main character in Sons of Anarchy. I don't know if I want to watch it, which is a completely different Charlie Hunnam.
And then even his relationship with Mako.
Mako.
Yeah,
That just felt forced. They kind of hinted it here and there, but they didn't have any chemistry.
Wait, are we talking about what relationship? They were just friends.
the fact that they shared the little robot together.
And
yeah, no, that's just
their relationship at all. Even their friendship, they didn't have any
friendship.
chemistry. But they were definitely hinting at a romantic relationship.
Really? I didn't see that.
Oh yeah,
I didn't see it. How did you see that?
pretty blind.
There was nothing there. They were friends.
Very serious.
They were literally hooked into each other's minds. Yeah, they kind of cared about each other deeply, but I don't think they were romantically involved.
Deeply.
Well, I mean, it was
they kind of cared about each other deeply.
They just met each other 2
They were
weeks ago.
bonded with each
kind of-
other, but I didn't get any hints of romantic relationship.
Really?
They just
Yes.
killed one of those monster things.
Elba felt wasted. I think that's what it
Yeah.
was. It's all these big actors, and they just felt unutilized.
Even what's his name?
Charlie Day or even Ron Perlman.
First of all, I don't care about Charlie Day.
Perlman. I did
but
not-
Ron Perlman. Yeah.
I forgot he
He was
was
so quick, so quick. Which
Well,
I was kind of happy to see them together.
Charlie Day's funny, but
His
even
voice.
his just I don't know. He wasn't
Charlie
used
Day's-
properly in this role.
So let's go back to not only when you disrespected Pacific Rim, but also when you disrespected Godzilla vs. Kong. So first of all,
How did I disrespect?
because you were
versus Kong?
you compared it to Godzilla vs. Kong after saying this movie was underwhelming.
No. You said, oh, the fight scenes are crazy, and I was like, oh, they were nothing crazy because I've
They were
seen all that
cool.
in
They were awesome to
Godzilla
watch.
vs. Kong.
They
And
were cool
Godzilla
to
vs.
watch.
Kong was way better to watch with the fights.
It would have been cooler for him if he saw this movie before he saw Godzilla.
Oh, dude, I remember watching this movie in theaters. I was like,
Maybe
I was
that's where-
pissing
yeah.
myself. I'm like, oh my god, it still lives up to this day. It's not even nostalgic. Even if I were to watch it for the first time yesterday,
Honestly,
it-
I mean this in the nicest way. It's like a 12-year-old wrote it.
Yeah. Oh damn. So no, it's one of those.
I
Movies.
mean it in like the nicest, most critical film
Isn't it a
student
Guillermo
way.
del Toro movie?
Yeah, I know. When I saw it at the end, I was like, he wrote this?
Or what, did he just direct it?
No, he's one of the screenwriters. I saw that at the credit because that's the first thing I know. I was like,
I'll admit, writing wasn't good.
It's a guilty pleasure movie. Just say it.
But-
it's a popcorn movie, guilty pleasure movie. I can see that. If it was on, I'd be like, oh, okay, I'll watch it. This is entertaining enough. But it wasn't anything special, in my opinion.
But I have to disagree on the fight scenes. I think the fight scenes entirely sold that movie. If the fight scenes were
Here's the thing.
as you
Here's the
described
thing.
them,
I'm really picky when it comes to movie fight scenes.
what?
Because it's like, oh, they're fighting, cool. And I just go on my phone for a little bit until the fight's over because nothing happens. They don't tell a story with the fights.
Wow.
But it's what? Huh? They didn't do that in Godzilla vs. Kong either.
Wait,
There
you
are
do-
stories with the
You do
fights.
that with every single fight scene?
If the fight scene's boring,
And the fight scenes and scenes when here were boring.
some of them.
What one was boring? Name it.
The final one.
What? That was literally the most impactful one.
But it was boring.
Lost Idris Elba, spoiler. And
Yes, we're reviewing the movie. There's going to be spoilers.
yeah, what?
The one thing I did like about it was like the different robots.
Dude, that was cool. The one with the third
Exactly
arm.
why I says one thing I liked about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. The narrative just didn't make sense.
What do you mean?
It's like
Yeah. There's only a handful of these robots left. And
it's like
This is
there's
like
these
your
giant
defense
monsters.
mechanism?
Let's make giant like yes, it's like a 12-year-old wrote it. Let's make these giant mechanical
Megatron.
Yeah,
robots
it was-
so we can go
but big
in.
monster.
Like, exactly.
But big
So,
monster. I
it's-
like that. But big robot. But big robot.
It's just
They have these big old walls to like
I
defend
know,
themselves.
and then it's like, man, they're spending all this money on these robots. They could probably do something different with that.
buy
money.
some jets maybe with some. I don't know.
But they were. That's why the Jaeger program was dismissed. That's why it was no longer.
The fact that it lasted so long, Gavin.
Because it worked. It worked.
Charlie Hunnam is good at narration, though. So
If
the
I-
movie opens with his narration. That's really good. Just so
If this happened in real life and they were like, "Yep, we're making Jaegers and they're gonna be pilots," I would drop every single thing I had in my entire life right now and pursue that as hard as I could. That'd be so
yeah,
damn cool.
it would be so damn
And it was
cool.
cool to watch.
I don't
It was
know.
cool to watch. Oh my god, I can't believe you. What? Are you ranking this any lower than like a 75?
I don't know. I haven't really decided yet.
Because if so, I don't even want to hear ranking. Like, it doesn't count.
You're not gonna
Listen,
like mine.
it doesn't
it's,
count.
It's a popcorn movie. It's nothing special.
I don't want to hear it.
John
anymore.
Boyega wasn't in it, so why watch it?
He's in the second one.
I know, but the
Isn't
first
he
one was so bad.
Elba's son? Technically, is that how the story goes?
I don't.
When I looked up
think
the
he's
cast, they had the
related.
same last name.
I think
Yeah,
they're
that-
related. Yeah.
I think that's what it was. Was like, I don't know.
I don't remember him having a son. Did they hint at him having a son in the first?
I think because they just want to make the second one.
I think it was just because Idris Elba was like, "Yeah, I don't want to come back for a second
Well,
one."
because he's dead.
Well, not. I mean,
I don't
even-
think he had a choice.
well, okay. Well, when you go into the drift, there's a lot of scenes you can do with flashbacks and memories to where he could be in it again. But he was probably like, considering the amount of money this movie made, I'm surprised they didn't want to do it again. But
This movie made money?
why do you think they did? They did a second one. They did a Netflix show. This sparked a ton of. This is a franchise now, Ethan.
Is it?
Yes.
Wait, really?
They have like 2 different Netflix shows. Look it up just to make sure. Fact check that.
Honestly, here's the thing though.
Which is why
I
I'm
do
pretty offended at you right now.
I do miss movies of this time, you know? Like the original the first few
Yeah.
Transformers movies, the Pacific Rim,
Budget
like
of 180 million. Box office of 411 million.
damn.
This movie made quite the return. I mean, not Avatar or Maverick return, but a return nonetheless.
Maverick's cool.
It is cool.
Top Gun Maverick has the record for like best debut on Paramount Plus, which there's not really much on Paramount Plus, but
It's Yellowstone, right?
yeah,
doing
it's a
movie
TV show.
review?
I think
Oh.
movie, yeah. But you know, Pacific Rim, it was entertaining. It was a popcorn movie. It was
I hate you.
if I went to the movies to watch it, I would definitely go if I wasn't paying for it.
I hate you.
Like
So it says it underperformed at the box office in the United States. However, it was highly successful in other markets, thus becoming a box office success.
that sounds about right.
That actually
earned,
makes sense.
It earned $114 million, which I don't know, Matt,
I think
but
what
I'm
it
willing to bet
was,
that's over a
it-
quarter in
it
just
felt
China
like
alone. China was its largest market.
I was gonna say that makes sense because Godzilla. That's like their.
Isn't that Japan?
it's yeah, it's Japan, but Godzilla does really well in Japan and China.
Does it?
Yeah, look it up.
Just
But
like
it was
kaiju?
just it. Didn't I say this about the other movie? It felt like this movie or this story, this concept would have done much better as an animated anything.
Well, you would love the TV show
Maybe.
or the Netflix show.
Maybe.
Do we get to call that a Netflix show?
But, Pacific Rim, it was all right.
It's got
I have nothing negative to say about it.
After you
you have nothing negative to say about it except for you didn't say a single
Positive?
damn positive
I said
thing.
Charlie Hunnam's damn good at narration.
That's it.
not even his acting.
That's the equivalent of Cameron saying, I hated Avatar. Did he tell you, by the way, why he hated Avatar?
You sent me the screenshot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
the
he's like,
score was awful.
I didn't like Avatar because of the score and the soundtrack were not that great. They didn't have anything to introduce outside of the first one. It was all sampled from the first one. And I said, Cameron,
It's a valid point, though.
that's what you disliked? I said, if that was what you disliked about the movie, I'd say the movie was pretty good. Like, if
No. I need to watch Avatar because you say it's like Top Gun level.
it is.
Doubt.
It's already $1 billion.
Doubt.
It's already
I
made
don't
$1 billion.
give a crap if it's already
Well,
$1
if we're
billion.
going box office, then it's getting
That doesn't
there.
mean anything.
Yeah, what do you mean that doesn't mean anything?
That doesn't mean any. Box office means nothing anymore.
Sounds like you're not a producer, Ethan, because that means entirely everything.
Here's the thing: if they released Avatar 2 in 2011, like 2 years after,
Which is like
then
what they wanted to
it
do.
would not have made that much money. But the fact that Avatar 2,
It's the hype. is
yeah,
what it
it's
was.
the hype.
I don't know. Everybody loved Avatar 1. I feel like it totally would have made. If anything, I feel like it would have performed better than it did.
I don't want to talk more about. I don't want to talk about Avatar until I see it, so I can prove you wrong.
Iron Man dies in Avatar 2.
You got me there.
What's their movie next week? So I can on it all next week.
Yeah, I forgot to bring that up. It's gonna be Palm Springs.
Palm Springs. What's that about?
I don't want to tell you,
Okay.
but it's on Hulu. It's a Hulu original. Palm Springs. Andy Samberg.
Okay.
It's one of my top 5 favorite movies.
Sandberg.
But it is. It's one of my favorite movies. So Palm Springs 2020 is the movie of the week next week. What would you rate Pacific Rim, Gavin?
I'm giving this movie a 90. I pop any day. Any day. In fact, yesterday, like I said, I watched it like 3 times. So,
I will give it the same score Rotten Tomatoes gave it, 72. I think that's fair.
so fresh. Fresh. What was the audience score, though?
I think like a 6.9.
Get out of here. No, it wasn't. You mean to tell me the critics rated this movie higher than the audience did? No.
Okay, the audience score was 77.
Damn.
You just
Well, I'll have to watch the TV show and get back to you on how that goes.
But that's Pacific Rim.
I think you guys are both generous.
What
would
would
you
have
give
given
it?
it?
60.
That's fair.
Free Fire.
If Gavin wasn't here, I would have given it like a 30.
It's like
No way.
kidding.
It's like you said,
No
it's
way.
entertaining if I haven't seen it in like a year. Like I haven't seen it in over a year. So if it was on and nothing else was on, sure.
That's the best thing to say. If it was on and nothing else was on,
Like, you know,
yeah.
say a movie.
I'd rather watch Free Fire. It's shorter.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it actually? Do we know
We're
that? for
hyping
sure?
this movie up
Yeah.
too. How do you feel?
This movie's amazing.
Okay.
You guys are wrong. You're going to hell. Both of you.
Free Fire is an hour and 30 minutes.
Okay.
Pacific Rim is 2 hours and 11 minutes.
That's the only thing it beats it in.
Yeah,
It's runtime. That's it. I hate you. Let's go to the next segment. I don't even want to talk about movies.
All right,
anymore.
next week watch Palm Springs. It's
Piss
on.
me off.
It's a Hulu original. Go ahead and watch that. Let's get into the static.
Oh, that's me. Oh, okay.
Welcome to the static.
We are 0 for 3.
Go for 3 on what?
Transition.
All right, guys. So static. This is a topic that I've been holding on to until we've had Paul on, and this is an interesting little fact. Not even a fact. I don't know. I don't even know what to call it. But did you know that if we had a bracket style fight of the world population 1v1s, like bracket style,
Oh, damn.
you would only have to win 32 fights to become like world champion.
to be the last man standing.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, Ethan, to be honest.
Because I told you, put your glasses on.
Now, how many rounds are you winning?
32.
So
you
here's the
win
thing. No, here's the thing. I'd say it wouldn't get hard until around like round 8, 9, or 10, because
that, yeah.
there's a good chance. Because if it's the world population, there's a good chance the first round you get paired up with like a baby.
An infant.
You win that easy.
Yeah, but how are you going to win that? Talk.
By knockout.
Look into the camera and explain how you're going to win that.
Wait.
By knockout.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah, what's up?
No.
This is like battle royale style.
Well, it's like 1v1, so...
But like right after you fight this and you wait to the next round, boom.
You're well rested.
Well, I think it'd be well rested, like the next day.
That changes the game a little bit.
Yeah, but I
but
honestly
like,
think it would only be...
Do you have to kill a person? Or
No,
do you
it's
just...
let's do by knockout.
Oh.
Yeah, but how are you going to knock out the baby?
Or submission.
I would...
Huh? How are you going to knock out the baby?
I'll
You
tell
would
you
knock
how.
out a baby?
Right hook.
You would knock out the
Boom.
baby.
Yeah, it'd be pretty easy too. I wouldn't even care. Because I'm moving on to the next round. That baby's in my way.
And then maybe you get paired up with, like, an elderly person.
Yeah, then you get ranked up against Mike Tyson on round 2.
That would suck.
And then it's like, damn.
But I think
Our
I can
run
do
ends
it.
here.
I think I can do it.
Tyson?
Yeah. Because then I get to round 3 and I'm like, hey, guys, I just beat Mike Tyson, so here's your chance to give up.
I'm be honest. I knew Mike Tyson was going to get brought up, and I was ready for it. I would want Mike Tyson second round, and the reason is because of that. Is because you get the hype. You know what I mean?
You beat
If
Mike
you-
Tyson
You
round
get the
2.
hype.
See, your best bet if you get paired to Tyson is that he only knocks you out and doesn't just straight up
No.
kill you.
Your best bet if you get paired with Mike Tyson is if he fought like some other like UFC fighter.
He fought the Russian.
and he got
round
hurt.
one.
And he got hurt.
He fought
and then you
Drago?
fight him. Maybe.
I don't know. I feel like Tyson regardless.
Yeah. See. So here, like, first of all, Gavin's getting knocked out 5th round. Tops.
Why
If
am
he-
I getting 5th round?
Just because of the way you're talking right now.
Against Tyson, yes. I'm getting knocked out whatever round you put me up against him.
See, he's getting knocked. He ain't even done. He's done. This is how I see it. I look at my family, right? And I'm like,
Okay.
I can pretty much knock out every single one in my family.
Weird
Maybe
detour.
my dad, maybe my uncle gives me a little bit, right? I look at this room. I can knock out pretty much everybody in this room right now.
But you would knock out your mom.
My mom's not in this room, but I would knock out my mom. Yes, I could.
Wow.
I'm not gonna let her knock me out.
Let's clip that and show it to her on...
Dude, yeah.
It's funny that she's calling me right now too.
She is? Oh, dude, her ears are ringing. Call her back.
No.
Call her back.
All right, and then I look at my friends. I can knock out pretty much all of my friends. And then you got to like base it like
I'd like to see Paul versus Jake.
half male, half female. Like, you know, at some point it's just all males. So I look at all like my girlfriends, knocking them all out.
Okay.
So the people
flex.
the people that I know, the people that I know, I'm just like,
I don't know if
I
we're
can
going.
knock out a lot of the people that I know.
Yeah. So you'd easily make it to like round 20
30.
before
Round
it starts
30.
getting hard.
Maybe-
round
maybe
30, round
31?
32. You're making it to the what, quarterfinals?
But I did think today, as I was at
Semifinals?
work, because you did tell me this a long time ago. Whenever you tell me stuff like this, I really think about it. I was at work today, and I was like, you know, I got a lot of guys that I work with that they put up a pretty good fight. So work's a little different. But then I go to the gym, and I'm like, I can knock out about 75% of these people. Dude, I was thinking about it the other day. I saw a guy looking at me. I was like, I just feel like we're rivals. I see him there every time, same time as I am. Wears a muscle shirt. I'm like, I feel like I got to fight this guy someday.
It's like that stand-up clip I sent
This is
you.
exactly why I was like, wow, I'm so happy you said that. Anyways, yeah, so this is just to win? To, like, win anything? Or what is this for?
You're the world champion.
You win a $25 Amazon gift card if you win.
Say you become like, you get all, you're just the world champion,
Yeah.
richest man
You
alive.
just get a belt.
I think,
belt.
which is pretty awesome.
That would be pretty awesome.
Imagine the
That would be pretty
endorsements you get with that.
I know.
Yeah, I think after, like, round, 10, that's when it's like, all right.
That's when it starts getting difficult.
That's when we got some Marines going up against, you know what I mean? You got some weirdos.
Let me.
Weirdos, some like boxers. And then you also got to think too. I saw this one like statistic, and it's like if you can bench press your body weight, if you can deadlift 2 times your body weight and squat 1.5 your body weight, you're top 10% strongest.
Cap. There's no way.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. And obviously, like, the comments were like, oh, well, I mean, they're comparing it to, like, babies and elderly people. Still doesn't matter. I know, like, in this, it's not all about strength. But the fact that if you do something so simple as what I just said, and you're already top 10% in strength, that plays a huge factor.
Yeah, but it's like, now what if we did, like, percentage of people that are, like, 18 to, like, 40?
Don't matter.
Like, what percentage would you fall under at that point?
I don't know, but in this whole thing of, like, world population,
Well, because I mean, I feel like honestly, by like round 5 or 6, all the babies and elderly are gone.
You think so?
Yeah.
No, I think like rounds 5 and 6, you still got the 12-year-olds that are in freaking Little League baseball who are like
in round 6?
Yeah, who are like 6'2", 250. Those grown adults that are freaking 12 years old. Yeah.
Well, think about this.
They're bigger than I am.
You start, round 1 is with 8 million people.
8 million.
8 million people.
I mean, 8 billion.
Oh,
my bad.
okay. I was like, whoa.
Round 1's with 8 billion people.
Yeah.
So 4 billion.
4
people
billion
are
walk
dying
out.
in the first round.
Get knocked
yeah.
out.
Knocked out. Sorry, knocked out.
4 billion. And then by the time you get to round 10, when you say it starts getting difficult, there's only 15.6 million people left.
Well, you got to take into consideration that maybe some of the strong ones get paired up together
but
and
if you
knock
get
each other out.
Yeah.
So it's including convicts. Right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So we're talking about like
Everyone
serial killers.
in
This includes
existence.
convicts, right?
So we got like a serial killer who's like eating someone's face.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just knockout, but yeah.
Yeah, but who's to say he's gonna stop?
You don't think you could beat like Jeffrey Dahmer in a fight?
I think I could, but I'd be a little intimidated if I'm being honest. I could. Like if I had,
Gavin versus Dahmer?
Gavin versus Dahmer is the Gavin versus Wild.
I would honestly be terrified. Yes, because it's like I have to win because if I lose, I'm dead.
You're going to get eaten.
I'm gonna get eaten.
There's a ref.
Hopefully, who's the ref? Is it Ronnie Coleman?
Oh.
Maybe I'll be okay, but I don't trust no random ref to stop Jeffrey Dahmer from getting me. If I lost, it wouldn't happen.
I think it makes like realistically like 15 round 15, round 20.
I get to like round 9 if I'm lucky.
I'd make it all the way.
Obviously, there's luck involved.
Yeah.
I
Like,
mean, you don't
first
wanna
round you
get-
get paired up with Mike Tyson would suck.
Damn it.
You don't want like just star after star after star after star. You'd be pretty
Round
cool
two is-
if you win. Though, but
Round 2 is Conor McGregor. It's like, damn it.
Exactly.
If you made it past, but if you made it past
You got
Tyson,
Canelo next after that. It's like,
shit,
all right,
dude.
come on now.
Round 3 is Pacquiao.
You better hope that
Round 10, you get paired up with a guy that just fought all babies.
I was saying round 10 you get like the 12-year-old minor league baseball. You're like,
How'd you make it this far?
I'd be the most
How'd you
intimidated
get
at that point. I'd be like, oh,
How'd he make it this
I'm
far?
still here.
You beat all these like world champion UFC fighters.
Like I'd be like rizzed up. I'd be like, let's go. And then like, oh,
12-year-old.
can't underestimate my enemy, dude. Like, oh no.
you can't.
I
And then
thought
he's your easiest one there. And then he beats the hell out of you.
that's it. You just have to win 32 fights.
And then you find out that 12-year-old is like a 7-time black belt in some random obscure like martial art that's actually useful. And then he just whoops your.
Like, how many times do you walk around a store and think to yourself, I could beat every single one in this
Probably
place?
not as often as
I,
you.
I can't say I do that often, if I'm being honest.
That's okay. I gotta play this then.
I might think of like I might see somebody and I'll be like, huh.
All right. So this
Okay.
is what is this?
You guys don't do that?
No,
I do it every day of my life, Paul.
it's not usually the first thing I think of when I see people.
So this is Brian Callen. He's a comedian. This is a clip I sent to Paul earlier today.
Get me if I know you. It's the only thing
Interesting. Yes.
men don't cry. Men don't cry in front of each other because when men meet each other, if you take away all the protocol and all the fluff, it's like, how you doing? What's going on? You know, it's all that. Yeah.
So
But
relatable.
there's only one question in the room. There's only truly one primary question.
the
When
alpha?
two men meet each other, right? At the end of it, if you strip it to its bare bones, the only thing going on in each man's mind is, can I kill this That's it.
And then he goes on, but that's the same point,
The
Kevin.
fact that someone else said it made me feel so much better about myself. I was like, there might be something wrong with me here.
I mean, like if this was somebody who I don't know. I feel like if I mean, in your case where it's like I don't know if I'll be thinking about it if I could tell at a glance, like, oh, okay, I'm not threatened.
You don't size people up?
But I mean, if I'm looking at somebody who clearly like works out and is in great shape, then yeah, I might be like, oh, okay.
So whenever you meet somebody, you don't just like size them up like in your head automatically?
No,
Really? Do you?
depends on the
Ethan,
way.
do you?
How are we meeting these
You
people?
do, right?
Yeah.
How am I meeting this person?
Doesn't
Every,
matter.
every time a customer comes into work, I'll be like, okay, if this guy were to attack me, what would I do? Would I be able to
that's
take
not,
him?
that's not what I'm thinking.
Are
Really?
you serious?
I'm total different work method, so I'm thinking, how can I be as genuinely nice
How can I
as
be as
possible?
helpful to this guy?
Yeah, it's like, how can I, get as much money from this person as I can?
Well, who's the real villain here then?
Sounds like you're the villain, Gavin. Trying to take all his money.
I got to do what I got to do, dude.
Whoa.
Whoa.
If we just switch the narrative a little bit, Gavin's kind of alpha on this. Size people, interesting guy.
I do, but not everybody. Like I said, only the only people that I would think that I actually couldn't take in a fight. That's the people that I like actually genuinely think about. Like, okay, I'll
So
size.
everybody, gotcha.
But if it's like somebody, if it's like a kid or something, no, I'm not sizing them up.
Okay.
If it's like
If I saw a baby, yeah, a little bit.
yeah, but even if I saw like
I'm not
little bit.
serious about it.
yeah, but even if I saw like the 12-year-old Little League baseball player who was like huge, then like I still probably wouldn't size him up because I'd be like, sure, he's got size, but
I look at that kid, I'm like, all right, you're not a problem now, but you might be in the future. I'm totally just kidding. Or am I?
I don't know.
I thought that was good.
That was
That love was good.
But 32 rounds, you just have to win 32 fights.
It's amazing.
I think that really like, wow.
now. What if there's a baby in
That
like
seems
round 30?
doable. What
Then
the heck has
that baby
been
beat a
doing?
lot of other babies.
That baby is a monster. I'll say, what if it's a baby versus a baby? Like,
Herb
is
stopping.
there like a
baby.
time? It's like a time limit,
Whoever takes a nap first.
or it takes the nap first. Okay, unconscious then.
How many 1-year-olds are in the world right now?
I have 733 million and 22. I don't know.
That's actually, I think, a pretty.
Or just number of children under 5 years old.
Okay, I'm gonna go with
I'll go with 400 million.
500 million.
502 million.
So as of
380 million.
2022, children under 500 years old, or not 500.
500?
5 years
Everybody?
old.
Damn.
8
Children? Okay. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
You also got to think.
That's really interesting. 600 million.
I said 500.
I said 502.
600 million though.
Exactly. No,
That's a lot.
Now, here's another thing to think about, and I'm not trying to be messed up here, but you got some disabilities to go through. There's not a lot of
The elephant in the room.
You got to be on. Like, I'm telling you, you're only like your main competition out of like 8 billion is probably like half of that.
Probably not even.
Probably not even. And then they're gonna fight each other. So you know what I mean? You kind of
It's all about luck.
you're almost given round 10.
See,
Because I mean, you get imagine you get someone who's like I don't want to say anything. Never mind. You guys know where I'm getting. You guys know where I'm getting at. You get one of those, you're winning.
maybe. You would like to think that.
Okay, we're thinking of. I know what he's thinking
I
of.
know
But I was
what-
thinking of something else.
I'm thinking
know.
one
I was
thing.
thinking more like Ethan Hawke.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
Someone like
You mean Stephen Hawking?
Stephen Hawking.
I would say Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke is a great actor, but I'd still beat him up.
I was going to say I thought he was in good shape. I didn't know.
I was thinking of Stephen Hawking.
So somebody with like cerebral palsy?
Yes,
I wouldn't do it. I feel too bad.
and that's why you'd lose.
He said
I would
Ethan
honestly
Hawke.
lose that. I'd be like, but at the same time,
What if you get Stephen Hawking a baby?
so it's
Oh,
like at that point,
don't
it's
air
like
that.
I'd feel bad for doing it, but it's like if I don't do it, the next person they fight, if I choose to lose,
So you're doing it out of mercy.
might be like an actual. So it's like, oh yeah, this will be easy. It's like,
It might be me.
so it's like,
I'm just like chopping at the bits.
so at that
like,
point,
oh,
you're kind
yeah.
of you're in an awkward spot. Like, do I knock him out quickly as possible to get it over with, or do I lose because I'm not going to?
You just don't
hit a
think about
disabled
it.
Person.
and you just do it.
Honestly, I'd probably just take it, throw in the towel. Like, I'm not doing that.
Wow. See,
That's why you're a loser.
I'm not going to hit a
Gavin
disabled
doesn't have
person.
that dog.
He doesn't get that dog.
I wouldn't do it.
That's why Ethan Hawke would kick your.
Ethan Hawke would beat the.
How old is
shit
Ethan
out
Hawke?
of you.
We talking like Ethan Hawke in like
Like now, everybody right now,
Moon Knight?
everybody
Everybody right now.
Tyson? How far do you think Tyson in his prime would go?
I think he would get to like the
Like
mid
around 30?
20s.
Who would defeat him?
You said mid-20s? Yeah.
All right,
That's
okay.
good. That's good.
All right, so we do everybody that's ever lived
No.
in their prime. Now,
No.
like, how? Yeah, but like, how far do you think like old leaders
Alexander
would
the
go?
Great?
Yeah, or like Genghis Khan, because those were like straight up killers.
So straight up.
So it's like if we ran like
And-
those people allowed in there.
They're also like 5'6", though, 5'5".
True.
Round 25, there's 470 people in the world. So I think saying Tyson gets to
I think
25 is
I think
I think
Tyson
it's
honestly
fair.
gets to like 30.
no. I think he gets to 25 as a given.
Yeah.
Because then the luck comes into play. If he has good luck, then he's easily third.
Yeah, but Tyson's also a killer.
I know.
Yeah, there's also other killers
Yeah, but
that
here's
aren't
the thing, though.
professional fighters.
What if he fights 10 other killers before that, and he's already beat up?
Yeah, but are they as good of a fighter as Tyson is?
Okay, here's the thing, though. It's back-to-back days. It's a battle royale, so it's not like you can rest 6 months, heal up, and then go back in fresh. It's like if I broke my arm this last fight fighting Canelo, I have to carry that broken arm all the way.
You have to fight Tom Hardy some point too.
Oh, Tom Hardy fought with a broken shoulder. That's where I get the whole battle royales. Just anything can happen.
Did I ask this question already? It was, who do you think would win Mike Tyson in his prime versus like 5 NFL linemen?
I'm sure you've asked a variation of that question.
What's up with your like infatuation with Mike Tyson?
He's a cool fighter. In my opinion, I think he's one of, if not the best.
You don't think you can fight him?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Why did that? How did that come from?
You don't think you can beat him up?
He's like he's one of the best. You don't think you can fight him?
No, I don't.
One of my favorite things
Even
about
now.
Mike Tyson is that he's a straight up killer and he has a lisp.
Isn't it because he got his teeth?
Can't make
I
fun of him.
I don't care why. I think it's awesome.
I wouldn't make fun of his lisp.
Exactly. It's like Michael Strahan too.
It's like if he had glasses.
You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses, would you? Just take the glasses off and hit him with it.
Record off. Michael Strahan, that's another thing, yeah.
Yeah, he's like a mean guy.
I don't know who that is.
Anyways, and then you got C-Bum.
Anyway.
Freaking four-time Olympian, and he has a lisp.
He has a lisp too?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's only 27 years old. You know that's crazy?
Yeah, you told me it was weird. All right. Well, speaking of fighting,
C-Bum.
Gavin versus Wild. So last week we had a bye week for Gavin, but this week I have it all lined up for him.
We have it all planned.
If you want to roll a scenario, you can get the scenario, but I already have the animal and the weapon.
Lay it on me.
What was the weapon?
Awesome. You already forgot.
I meant to write it down, but I forgot.
Says whom? Thank you.
Loser has to do the jelly bean
Okay.
challenge.
That's stupid. Okay.
You don't want to do that one?
Anyways, it's Gavin versus, finally, I've been wanting to do this for a long time. Okay.
That one's funny.
So Gavin is fighting for full custody of his children with his baby mama, the silverback gorilla.
Oh my good God.
But Gavin has a weapon.
He's fighting a silverback gorilla?
Yep.
An RPG?
Not just any weapon.
An RPG.
A chainsaw. Not just any chainsaw.
Okay.
Ash's chainsaw from Evil Dead.
Chainsaw hand.
Chainsaw hand, which means he only has one hand, one chainsaw.
Do I have the boomstick too?
Nope.
Darn.
You just got a chainsaw hand against the silverback gorilla.
That's it?
That's it? Yeah.
That's easy.
Okay. Let's see here. I feel like the sound would honestly kind of scare it. Sound alone.
Well, she's
So I
trying
feel
to kill you, so.
Yeah, but I'm trying to kill her too.
Gavin, you better. There's so many ways that you could just easily win this. If you mess it up, I'm never voting for you again.
So it's a slash. I have to slash. I can't pierce.
She brings a whole different meaning to gorilla grip.
What's on the battlefield here? Do we have like rocks?
You guys are in a courtroom.
Courtroom?
It doesn't
I'd throw
matter.
a
You have
chair.
a chainsaw hand.
Well, I'm gonna
What
use
does it
it
matter what's on the
I'm
ground?
gonna throw a distraction and then like lunge in
With your left hand?
Yeah, I'm left-handed.
She's trying to kill you. It's on your right hand, by the way.
Oh, it's my right.
Yeah.
I'm disabled. I don't know. I'm not right-handed.
Okay, fine. It is on your left hand. So that means your right hand is your only hand you have.
Yeah, but I'll be able to do more power with my left hand. Okay. I'm slicing. I'm keeping it in
You
front
have
of
a
me.
freaking chainsaw.
Well, how would you do this?
So here's
Paul?
the thing. Yes, he has a chainsaw, but it's also a gorilla.
I was gonna say chainsaws
Gorillas are overrated.
Gorilla is fast and pounce.
Gorillas are
And then you have to be like...
They also weigh like
That's right.
1,000 pounds.
Oh, cool. He pounces. Got him.
I don't think that's how that works.
It's not a
chainsaw?
lightsaber.
I think that would probably
Sort of.
break the chainsaw. Actually,
Probably.
Oh, it wouldn't.
it's like chainsaws break off trees.
After a long period of time.
Yeah, but this is a gorilla.
It's a
Gavin's
gorilla.
baby mama.
I don't know if I'd be able to. I'd take a look in her eyes, and I just wouldn't be able to do it. I'd kill her.
Why is this your baby?
I don't know. this was a scenario. I wasn't able to. I didn't pick this
The
one.
gorilla and a shark.
Yeah, this is some weird kids I have.
You got a weird fetish thing going on here.
I promise it was not intentional.
This Gavin versus Wild thing.
I'm gonna have to slash as much as I
It's taking a turn.
We're in a courtroom.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm gonna grind up some chairs with this chainsaw and make like a steak. And
Yeah, you have to do that really quickly. 'cause
You're
she's
going to
trying
use a
kill
steak
you.
instead of a chainsaw to get this gorilla.
dude, yeah, I'd rather try to pierce this thing's heart than I would to try to like just slash at it until it finally dies.
All right, that's Gavin versus Wild. Be sure to vote on our Instagram at OEF White Noise, where we'll have a poll up for Gavin with a chainsaw hand versus his baby mama gorilla fighting for custody of their kids. Who wins? Paul, who you taking?
I'm taking the gorilla.
Cringe.
Cool. I might take the gorilla too.
And normally I'm always about the human,
yeah.
but just with that argument, Gavin, I'm sorry.
To be fair, cringe weapon. Like it's gorilla. So I didn't.
Dude, he doesn't know what a chainsaw is. At the end of the show, we'll show him what a chainsaw is.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So that's Gavin versus Wild for you. Do we have a polyfactuality?
We sure do.
Let's get into that.
Do you know how long it would take a chainsaw to kill you?
3
Just
seconds.
kidding. So, okay. Since New Year's is a few days away, right? Oh, excuse me. Do you guys know who created New Year's?
Who created New Year's?
Yes.
I don't.
Do you know how far back it would go? Can you get some guesses here?
1201.
No. Okay. Well, let's not do that. Let's just say this many years back. Like when do you think it started? Like
700
how
years ago.
far back do you think? How many?
700 years ago?
700 years ago. Okay. Stop looking at me like
1,000 years ago.
You're both wrong, but you're closer. 4,000 years ago.
Oh,
Damn.
okay.
You know by who? The one and only Julius Caesar, the Emperor of Rome, says it was the first to declare January 1st a national holiday.
I did not know that.
I did not think that New Year's went back 4,000 years.
So what were they doing before that? How'd they know when to change the calendar?
Well, it was like a calendar. It was like January, February, all the way, and then January started and did it, but they never had a starting point.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how'd they know when to go? Oh, this is the new year. How did they know when to do that?
Beats me. I wasn't there.
Okay,
Julius Caesar.
Well,
He invented a salad.
he got
And-
turned into one.
he's got a palace in
That was
Vegas.
He does have a Caesar's Palace.
Yeah.
real
El
Caesar's
Cesar's Palace.
El Cesar's Palace. Guys, let's go.
We will.
Speaking of New Year's, you guys got any New Year's resolutions? Or how do you guys feel about New Year's
Speaking of New
resolutions?
Year's resolutions, there's another fact. It says 45% of Americans make New Year's resolutions.
45. I expected
How many
more.
of them passed?
I
this?
expected way more too, to be honest. Not just under half.
Well, like it sounds weird, but recently I haven't made New Year's resolutions. It's only when I was younger where I was like, I'm going to be different this year.
Honestly, I feel like if you're trying to do something major, making a resolutions, you're gonna overhype it, and then for instance, when a lot of people want to do lose weight or something, they overhype it, and when they don't see immediate results, they fail.
Instant gratification.
Yep. So that's why I feel like if you're gonna make one, it should be something small. Like, I'm gonna try to wear the color black less throughout this year.
So that's supposed to mean.
Well, all I have.
Why'd
is
you
black.
look at Ethan when you said that?
I meant
Because I wear so much gray, huh?
I meant more.
Notice
for
how
me.
I'm not wearing gray right now.
I literally only ever wear black.
You know,
That's
I
why
just realized that.
Thanks, man.
I actually hate resolutions. I think they're stupid.
Yeah.
It just depends.
I think it's one of those.
I think it's like if you want to make a change, just make
Yeah, you should do it.
I have so many people that are like, yeah, I'm going to start January 1st because it's on a Sunday, so I'll feel better about starting, my new thing on. What does that have to do with you getting healthy? Why does it have to start on a Monday?
Do you guys have any,
No.
not even resolutions, but just
I have goals.
I think at one point I had one.
goals for the new year?
See, I have goals, but that it's not because of a New Year's resolution. It's because January starts, and it's like, okay, now I have a whole year to. It's a year goal. It's due on January 1st, but it's not a resolution.
Sounds an awful lot like a resolution.
Yeah, I was-
Well,
It's-
every single year, it's like I want to make more money than I made last year, but it's not like resolution. Gotta.
Okay.
Well, one thing I will say that I did, I think last year, which I don't know was a resolution, but I did want to take a vacation trip at least once a month.
Yeah.
And I pretty much did that this year, and I
You didn't do it for December though.
You failed.
Oh.
I will. And so I think I want. Well,
Better get on that.
it's basically 12 trips, I guess. So I think I wasn't gonna do it this year, but literally when January hits, I'll be like 3 in. Oh, already quarter way done.
I think I had one to drink less milk once. Did not work. Did not.
But yeah, other than that, just normal goals that I had.
That's fair. Do you guys have any New Year's resolutions? If you have any, leave them in the comments on our YouTube channel at One Eyed Fits. Leave a comment. If you leave a comment, there's a chance it's going to be read on the next episode. Last week we had our first episode where it was video. and it's been performing pretty all right, pretty well. So, from our good friend, interesting, from our good friend Brett, he said, "Great episode yet again, my dudes. I love the video format. As someone who's been right there in the room with you guys, it felt like I was right back there again. Looking forward to another year of white noise." Shout out, Brett.
Shout out, I miss Brett.
Shout out, Brett.
Well, this is our last white noise episode of 2022.
I have one resolution
Okay.
What would that be?
to finally release Old Fashioned.
Let's go. We'll get it out before the end of 2023.
Will we now?
We got 52 weeks. I think we got this one, guys. Better chance of us releasing that than Gavin beating that damn gorilla.
Uh-oh. Cameron's texting me.
Why is that? Uh-oh.
It's Overwatch time.
Oh.
I will not make it, Cameron. I apologize.
Damn.
Oh, I remember those days. Dang.
All right. Be sure to watch next week's movie, Palm Springs. Let us know what you think. And let us know any suggestions you have for the show in general. Like I said, leave a comment. Let us know what you think of the video format. If you're still listening on Spotify and you haven't checked out the video format, come check it out. Watch Gavin pop his pecs again. Gavin. Gavin, do it.
$10.
Look at that. Look at that. $10 a song for him to pop his pecs
We got to do the whole song?
to the beat.
Yes.
Yes, we that's how we
Beat for
advertised it.
It'll be like Guitar Hero format. So like
3 minute
if you
limit.
mess up,
There is an extra fee if you're doing anything Phil Collins.
Do not do
let's do Metallica 7-minute song.
Oh, God.
No, let's do $10 every 2 minutes.
You know what? That's fair.
That's fair.
That's fair.
There we go.
Got to do a Lipa song coming your way.
Put some songs in the comments. Speaking of songs, what's the song of the week, Gav? Shut up.
Really
You're
want
gonna be banned from the show.
Yeah, right. Was I on like 16 episodes?
This is your 15th.
Song of this week is going to be "I'm Back for More" by Al Johnson.
I'm Back for More by Al Johnson. He commentates the NFL. Is that Al Johnson?
I don't know.
That's Al Johnson.
Maybe not the same one.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
All right. We appreciate you for joining us. We do not have a good sign-off on video because it's awkward. So we're going to figure that out for next week. But until then, we will see you
In the new year.
I have an idea. Let's see if it works. So what we're gonna do. This is how we're gonna sign off from now on. You know, we're gonna turn off the white noise TV. We're just gonna go click and bye.